Seeing and being seen is focusing your attention on the road without getting distracted. And seeing and being seen is also making your presence and intentions known to other drivers without getting distracted. So that means that you are deliberately making your presence known and your intentions when you're driving. So communicating your intent is crucially important to not only respectfully communicate, but also to show your intentions when you're driving on that road. So two simple methods or ways that you can visually show your intent are your turn signals and your brake lights, because that lets other people know which lane you're trying to get into when you're slowing down. That's what they mean by communicating your intent as you're driving and operating your commercial motor vehicle. We're going to talk about turn signals. Turn signals show which change of direction that you're heading. So using your signal ahead of time allows you to plan to turn, change lanes, pass another vehicle, merge, exit a highway, and pull into traffic from a curve. Those are the main functions of what you use your turn signals for. Now, you want to signal your intentions. It's always important to safely signal your intentions. So you want to signal your intentions by using the following general rules for signaling. So when you're turning, you have three solid rules for using your turn signals. You want to use your turn signals early, you want to use your turn signals continuously, and then also cancel your signal. This is important. Step one, you want to signal early about 100 to 200 feet, or a half a block in the city will be 500 feet on the highway. So 100, 200 feet, or usually a half a block in the city, and 500 feet on the highway. Two, you want to signal continuously. So you want to signal every time you're about to turn or change lanes. That's important. And three, when you're canceling your signal, because this is important, you can do this turn signal, but you also have to cancel it right after you complete that lane change. So you want to do lane changes. As you're doing lane changes, you want to use your turn signal to let others know you're making that lane change slowly and smoothly, because that is important. That's safety. You want to let other people know so that way you can avoid hazards or avoid accidents. You also want to slow down, use your four-way emergency flashers, and gently tap on the brakes to slow down. If you need to use your four-way flashers, then use it and then gently tap the brakes to slow down. Don't just gradually slam and hit the brakes, because that is a hazard and it's dangerous. So you want to just slowly apply the brakes. Now, the brake lights, that lets drivers know that you're about to slow down and you're about to stop. A few light taps that will actually cause your brake lights to flash the moment you tap on the brake. And that should warn drivers automatically that you're about to slow down as they're following your vehicle. Now, if you're driving slowly, use your four-way flashers or emergency hazard lights. So if you're driving too slow up that you're not able to drive with the appropriate speed limit or the flow of traffic, then use your emergency hazard lights or your four-way flashers. Then you want to use your brakes to slow ahead of time, way ahead of time when slowing or stopping, because other drivers may not even see in front of your vehicle because how big it is, the size that you're driving, one of the biggest vehicles out there. So you have to also scan, slow down ahead of time, because with a commercial motor vehicle, it carries more weight and it actually takes longer to stop versus a regular vehicle, versus a regular car. Now, you want to communicate your presence by mainly knowing that others may not be able to notice or see your vehicle, even if it's in plain sight. And that's why it's important to respectfully communicate and just show your presence. That will help prevent and avoid accidents. As an example, let's just say when you're passing a pedestrian or a bicyclist, lightly tap your horn, or if it's at night, flash your headlights. That, if it's safe and legal, from a distance, and then you want to make eye contact, but don't startle the pedestrian or bicyclist. It goes back to when it says safe and legal, that some states or federal regulations may have different laws on whether to use your lights, your flashing your headlights or not. But definitely either lightly tap your horn, show a way to let the pedestrian or bicyclist know that you're there, but you don't want to startle them. Plus, there's other ways to respectfully communicate and show your presence on the road. And some are your headlights, your horn, your warning devices, and eye contact. Eye contact is key as well. Now, your headlights, we're diving deep into this. So headlights, it helps you see the road and it helps others to see you. So keep your headlights on from dusk to dawn, from early in the morning to the night. Keep your hazards on and you'll be all right. Now, some states do require you to use headlights anytime your windshield wipers are on. And that's a safety feature. So that way your vehicle can be present, can be known for other motorists, for other drivers, and for other people. Now, always use your headlights in rain, sleet, which is a mix of rain and snow. You want to use it in snow, fog, or blowing dust. Then you have your horns. Now, the horns let other drivers and pedestrians or bicyclists know that you're there. I say this, only use your horn when needed, when necessary. It's vital. So in general, you want to use the electric horn or city horn because the air horn is very loud and it can actually distract or even frighten others. So you want to use your horn respectfully to communicate your presence when needed. So in order to even avoid a potential danger, you want to warn others of a potential danger when you're using your horn. That's the main purpose of that. So if there's a potential hazard, you use your horn. If you're at a light and the driver does not see that it's a green light, then respectfully tap your horn to alert and to gentle reminder of the driver that they need to proceed. So it gets their attention, but it doesn't startle them. That's why it's important to use the horn respectfully. The warning devices, according to the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations, it says that it shows you how warning devices must be set out on the highway when you're driving a commercial motor vehicle. And you can check that in section 392.22 in the FMCSRs. Now, when your commercial motor vehicle is stopped on the highway, a traveled portion on the shoulder or of the highway, you must turn on your four-way flashers and set out your emergency warning devices. So warning devices will be reflective triangles or flares. You want to set those emergency warning devices out as soon as possible or within 10 minutes. And remember, when placing devices, you want to hold them in front of you and wear a high visibility vest so other people can see you and you can be visibly seen to traffic. And you want to make eye contact. So eye contact is important. This makes people aware of each other's presence and it helps you know that they're aware of your presence. When you look at each other, making eye contact, that's a huge difference. And you want to make the eye contact brief so that way your intentions are not misinterpreted or misunderstood as a threat, a gesture, a threatening gesture. So that's why you want to make the eye contact brief. Hey, BET Trainer here. Listen, if you really had true value out of this video, go ahead and click that like button and share some honest comments about this video because this is going to help other people as well see the video and get the value information so that way they can be inspired by what you're doing right now as well. So also, if you want to get the latest updates, go ahead and click the subscribe button so then you can be able to always be updated on the next instant video that will be put out. So again, go ahead and do that. And this video was sponsored by BET Life Services and CDL for Life.